Welcome to Think Science channel. Today in this video we are going to discuss why Indians doesn't hate their mother tongue. There is a specific scientific reason why Indians don't tend to hate their mother tongue, unlike any other countries who starts hating after they go age. So after they cross or 30 or 25, they tend to hate their mother tongue language, but we Indians doesn't hate their native language. There is a specific scientific reason for that. We'll discuss this thing in the video. We Indians speak at least 2 to 5 languages, and almost all the youngsters nowadays speak English. So why do we don't hate our mother tongue? And also, why is it called mother tongue, not father tongue? I'll tell it in the end of the video. Before we get into discussions, we will need to know 4 important things: why language is developed, how language is developed, how complicated is developing a language, and why do people tend to customize their language. We will discuss these 4 things before we discuss why Indians love their mother tongue scientifically. Let's talk about why language is developed. So currently I am making sounds from my mouth that are captured by this microphone, which then will be uploaded to YouTube server, and from the YouTube server your speaker makes that sounds, and your eardrum captures the sound, and your brain makes sense of this sound what I am speaking now. That is language. So let me tell you an example which can demonstrate how powerful is a language. So imagine a dog in the library searching for a thermodynamics book. So I am just speaking this scenario, and your brain already makes some image that states this emotion. So a dog searching for a book in the library, thermodynamics book. So it doesn't make sense, but your brain makes certain images whether if you want it or not. This is how powerful is language. So a knowledge coming from far from centuries can be transferred to your brain with terms of language. Language is nothing but communicating my emotions or my knowledge to you. Now let's talk about how language is evolved. In the early days of human migrations, the earth was less populated, and groups with certain culture and language often tend to split into smaller groups in search of fresh food and fertile land. And the changes they encountered with reference to food, climate, and the neighbors, language tend to evolve a little bit, and the pronunciation started changing, and this splitting of major groups into smaller groups in search of food and other things tend to happen more, and the pronunciation changes radically became and developed into a different language than the previous language that the main group has. So let's talk about complications of developing a language. Most of the languages that we speak today are called proto languages, which are developed from a core language. Developing a core language is far more difficult than you think, than developing a prototype language. So core language is something like Sanskrit, which was mainly developed for documentation purposes or poems for in the form of to convey the knowledge. So Sanskrit was mainly developed for knowledge transfer that can be done in form of poems, but the language itself was not developed for daily communication. So what most of the South Asian countries like India did was they developed their own proto language based on the core language, that is Sanskrit. So they took core language Sanskrit and they developed their own proto language which represents their own culture and thoughts. So that is why we see North Indians have most of the languages coming from Hindi, and South Indians most of the languages that are coming from Sanskrit and other languages. So now that we have discussed about how language is developed, why language is developed, and how complicated can it be to develop a language. Let's talk about customizing a language. So between 400 to 500 AD, most of the languages that we speak in India were developed between this time. This is also called as golden age of India. So in 400 to 500 AD, the entire world population was around 21 crores, and the population of India was only 4 crores, and the population of South India was around 40 to 50 lakhs. So they developed 4 major languages: Telugu, Tamil, Kannada and Malayalam. So this 40 to 50 lakh people has developed 4 languages that were custom built for their specific needs. Think of it like this way: 1500 years ago, some of my ancestors took a core language and made an entire different language which involves grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, numbers, and a lot of other things that has complications in developing a language. It's not just developing a language, it's like developing a language and entire my culture and my people has adopted to this language. It's not just like buying a blazer in a random shop. It is like my people growing an entire cotton for me and making a cloth from this cotton and making a blazer for my feet. So this is my language that was developed by my people based on my culture and my needs. So it's more feel like it feels so amazing to see the work done for so small people. For 10 lakh people, there was this entire people who worked in developing a entire proto language, and it was successfully adopted, and we all use nowadays the same language. Language English was developed based on top of so many proto languages so that it can be used by larger number of humans that were alive at that time for trading purposes. So the English was developed at that time, and it was usable for across 10 crore people around the world, and it can be used for trading. So if you ever wonder why you tend to like people from your native language, I think it's because unknowingly you seek a sense of belonging to them, and I would say it's okay if you like people from your native language as long as it doesn't affect your judgment. So let me explain why it's called mother tongue, not a father tongue. It's because most of the in olden times, most of the family father has to learn multiple languages to run the family and to communicate to other language people, but mother tend to be enough with the native language. So even the children grown up, after they grow up, they learn multiple languages, but the mother is enough with the one language, what was called later called mother tongue or a native language. So that's why it's called mother tongue, because father speaks many languages but the mother speaks only one language, that is their language, which is enough to run the family, but the father has to learn multiple languages to run the family. So that's it for today's video. So subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.